Richard C. Hoagland and the Other Side of Midnight. Structures on the Moon and Mars. A city discovered 2 miles under the Giza Plateau. Stay tuned for a special science edition of Alternative News. Happy holidays. It's Friday, December 19th, 2025. Thanks for joining me. And with all of the 3i Atlas hype going on, we're going to drop politics for science tonight. And we're going to talk about some of the science topics that are really big as of late. But before we get started, a quick 30-second commercial from my sponsor. W Energy Drink Mix does contain natural caffeine and fruit extract, but the caffeine-free hydration blends are my favorite. Pineberry Splash is a strawberry pineapple blend that contains electrolytes, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12. Visit the website for all of the products and flavors. W is made in the USA, gluten-free, contains no sugar, no maltodextrin, no dyes or artificial colors, and is FDA approved. Use the promo code UFO1 for 30% off your order. Click the link in the description to access the W website. Okay, and so up first I'm going to visit the othersideofmidnight.com, which is Richard C. Hoagland's website. Let me show you guys. Just bear with me for a moment, please. Okay, and so this is the Other Side of Midnight website. You can see it there with Richard C. Hoagland's picture. And now, before I go show you guys the Mars pictures and the moon structure, there's some structures on the moon as well. I'm going to show you guys some pictures in a moment. But I'm just going to introduce this website to you. This is very interesting. You should check it out. And so, for example, if you're interested in 3i Atlas, let me go over to the website on this other screen. And I'll show you, you can see here on the screen, I'm sharing it with you. It says coming this weekend, shows under construction, and that's just his wording for shows that are coming soon. And so Saturday, you can see Saturday, they're going to talk about 3i Atlas. And you can see the picture there. But they postponed it. It's part 1 was supposed to be Saturday, and then part 2 was Sunday, but it's been postponed. They're going to do part 1 on Sunday. How I know that, because when you click on it, that's what it says. You can see Sunday, they switched it to part 1. It's going to be 9 p.m. To midnight, and so that's going to be really interesting. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll be able to record some of that. I'm not sure. But hopefully I'll be able to record and share that with you. But if not, check it out on your own if you're able to. And if I can, I'll record some of it and share it with you guys. In a moment, I'm going to show you a little bit more from that website, Richard C. Hoagland's website. and we'll take a look at some Mars pictures. Now these Mars pictures they're not real new, I don't think. Some of them might be. Let's take a look. I'll show you now. But I'll explain a little bit more about the new and the old when I get into the moon pictures. But this is what it says. It says the great architects of Mars, and I know that he has books and stuff. And then he has other people that he features their work on his website as well. But here's Pyramids of Elysium, and I'll click on it. You should be able to see it. Let me. When I click on it, you should be able to see it blown up. And so hopefully I'll do this correct and I won't mess this up. Okay, so that was one. And then here's two, Sagan's pyramids, Sagan's pyramids. And you can clearly see the pyramid structure. Here's polygonal pyramids, number 3. And it's interesting because they're comparing it to something in 1776 in Uruguay. There was Fort Santa Teresa that was shaped like a star, and so they're saying it looks just like that. You can judge for yourself. Or it looks similar. It looks very similar, if not the same. And so that was the polygonal pyramids, number 3. Here's Starburst, number 4. Starburst, Nephine. Nepenthes Mensae, and they're comparing it to Fort Henry, which was in Tennessee in 1861, and that was a military fort. And it does look very similar, if not the same. And that one I have to try to see. Okay, good, it worked. It went back. Now we're going to go to number 5. Nepenthes Mensae and Turkey. And they're comparing it, looks like, to something in Turkey. Here's number 6. Keyhole, Libya, Montez, Kofun, Japan. This one looks very interesting. It does look very similar. In my opinion, though, maybe not quite exactly the same at the top. Certainly it looks very close to the same at the bottom. But the Libya Montez, I almost see ram horns or something that looks like that. And it could be just because of the dirt or the dust. I don't know. Or the picture or the glare. But that's just what I thought I could see. Here's Atlantis Chaos in Saudi Arabia. Again, it's labeled The Great Architects of Mars, which I believe is a book that he's featuring on the website, is where I'm getting all this from. And now I got a little bit lost, but I think I'm here. Number 8. And they're comparing that to Machu Picchu. Here's Martian Atlantis. Atlantis Chaos Central City. This is interesting. Number 9. It's pretty blurry, but it does resemble a city with several structures, and they're pointing out a structure in A, B, and C. And B looks like a monument. A looks like it could be possibly some sort of a monument or something with a SWAT sticker. I almost see a SWAT sticker right here. And I think I made it so you can see my cursor, and I made it yellow. Hopefully you can see that. And then C, I mean that looks like a almost like a little birdhouse, but it's probably giant and huge. You know, we're seeing it, from far away, zoomed out. Um, but that's pretty interesting. We'll go to number 10, and it looks like some sort of a bird or a chicken or something, a rooster. And it does. I looked at that earlier, and it does resemble that. Number 11. Here's number 12, Star War and Earth Place. I don't need to zoom in on that. You can see it from there. So that was the Mars window. Now I'm going to show you guys the moon window. Just bear with me for a moment. Because I'm trying to prevent my camera at the Capitol from going to sleep. I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. Okay. Now I should be able to show you, oops. I should be able to show you the moon capture. Now, unfortunately, I think this is old stuff. But let me show it to you and then I'll comment on it. Here it is. It's pretty interesting. But they're showing a bunch of stuff pointed out here, locations. Oh gosh, what did I do wrong? I think I messed up I had a feeling I was going to mess that up. Uh-oh. I've got too many windows that I'm working with. Okay, I apologize. I lost that. What we'll do is I'm going to see if I can bring that back in a moment. But we'll take a quick look at the live camera in Washington, D.C. That's disappointing. No, we're on the moon now. It's taking me back to Mars again. I'm trying to show you guys the stuff on the moon. I think it's old stuff. It's not easy his website's actually difficult to navigate and find stuff on. I was going to get into that in a moment. I was just about to explain that and I lost that page I was on. Man, that stinks. Jeez. Yeah, gosh. Yeah, I can't. I apologize, folks. But you can go there and check it out. I can't get that back right now, and it's going to take me too long. I'm too slow. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. But I tried. But here's what we'll do. And I'll talk about it in a moment. I'll talk about it in a moment. Um, let's see. Got myself a little bit lost here. Okay. So there's the live DC cam. I was going to show it to you a couple of times and it went to sleep on me. I was trying to prevent it from going to sleep. I got about a million things going on now at once and it's causing me to have technical difficulties on the show. I apologize. As I lost that screen I was trying to show you on the website, The Other Side of Midnight. And those moon structures that I was trying to show you, if you want to give me a minute, I might be able to find it again. I might be able to get it again. I'm just, I don't know how patient you guys will be, but it is difficult to find this stuff on the website. It's actually really a pain. And I was gonna just talk about that, but I do want to show you. I'm just gonna make a quick attempt. Let me just try to see if I can find that again. And then I'll explain how this is old stuff and I can't find the new stuff. I was just going to explain how I can't find the new stuff, but then I lost the old stuff and I can't find, okay, I found the old stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, you guys can see it already because I can see that I switched the screen and you were able to see what I was doing. So this is the old moon stuff that I wanted to show you. And it's not much, unfortunately, and that's what I was just about to explain. I believe this is old stuff. I've seen this stuff before myself. But, man, I keep clicking the wrong stuff here. I'm really having trouble because I'm trying to go to different... the technical problem I'm having right now is I'm jumping around to different screens to share stuff with you. And it's messing me up because there's too many different screens. But here's a structure on the moon that they have a picture of, but this is really old, and I'll explain about the new stuff in a moment. But this looks like, I don't know why my cursor went out. My cursor, it's not letting me really show you on the picture. When I blow up the picture, my cursor goes out. But that looks like a bridge. I can't show you with my cursor, but it looks like a cross bridge. It looks like a bridge beams and structures for one way, and another highway crossing it the other way. And that has the cable on it. I can't really show you with the cursor because the cursor went out. Now I can show you with the cursor. Okay, so and this could be anything. It looks like it's an ancient structure, and it's half, looks like it's like 90% or I don't know, maybe 50% deteriorated or destroyed. But this looks like the bottom part where you have the three pillars. That looks like it's for a highway. I mean, I've seen stuff like that on Earth, where the highway goes this way, and then this is for um, another highway that would go this way over that highway. Possibly. Here's another picture, but it just looks really grainy. I'm not sure what they're trying to show there. And there's just not much here that I can share. That's why I was reluctant to try to find it, to share it. But the point is this: they have Richard C. Hoagland on that website that I'm trying to show you guys. They have these new images somewhere on there if you can find it, and I'm going to try to find it. I'm actually going to also try to contact Richard to get him on to see if I can interview him or something, or get more information from him about those pictures. But he has pictures, he said, from the South Korean government. They sent from their website. They have a space program website, and they sent a satellite or probe up there, and it was taking pictures of the moon, and they found structures all over the moon, not just the backside of the moon like Ingo Swann was talking about, but all over the moon. And I wanted to show you guys those structures, but all I could find today when I was looking was these old ones. But I'm sure that the new ones are on there, and I just wanted to explain that to you. Up next, we're going to talk about the next story, which is about Egypt. We're going to get all into Egypt now, where they found a city 2 miles, approximately 2 miles under the Giza Plateau. And I found that on the other side of Midnight website as well. And I started researching it. And I'll show you some of the information that I discovered as I started researching it. You're going to be pretty interested. Some of this information you may have already, might know about already. And if you do, then I encourage you to visit the Richard C. Hoagland's website, the other side of midnight.com. And they've got, their show on there where they're talking about it as well, and they're gonna give you a lot more information on his website.
March 2025. Imagine standing on Egypt's iconic Giza Plateau, the hot desert sun beating down, with the famous pyramids towering around you. Now picture you're part of a research team scanning beneath these ancient monuments, unsure exactly what you'll find. Suddenly, the radar screen lights up, revealing something completely unexpected beneath the pyramid of Khafra. That's exactly what happened in March 2025, when Professor Corrado Malanga and his team first announced findings from a detailed ground-penetrating radar survey beneath Giza. These first reports, quickly picked up by international media, focused on 4 mysterious spiral-shaped structures detected deep underground near the Khafra pyramid. At first glance, these spiral formations were baffling. Their origins and exact purposes were unclear. Were they natural rock formations, or did humans deliberately build them? The radar scans suggested they extended downward, spiraling beneath the plateau. This precise arrangement and unusual shape immediately caught the researchers' attention. It raised key questions about whether these were geological oddities or the product of ancient construction. In addition to the spiral structures, the radar revealed hints of potential water channels or underground tunnels. These water-related anomalies sparked thoughts of advanced ancient engineering, perhaps indicating that people long ago had designed systems to manage groundwater. Although these initial findings were speculative and preliminary, they opened fascinating possibilities about intentional underground building beneath Giza. The possibility of hidden water systems beneath Giza captured the interest of researchers, as ancient Egyptians were known for sophisticated water management in their constructions. Archaeologists began discussing whether, if proven true, these underground water channels could change our understanding of how the pyramids were built, or what their purpose might have been. When the news broke, prominent Egyptologists and archaeological experts, particularly Dr. Zahi Hawass, quickly responded with skepticism.
That's not true.
From satellite. It's not true.
No.
So what are you saying, that they're lying? So
They're
this
lying.
right here.
They're completely lying.
But if they're showing, using these techniques, things that we know that you discovered that absolutely exist, what makes you believe those scientists rather than these guys from Italy?
because the scientists are scientists.
Well, these are scientists as well.
They are not all the people work with me. The Scan Pyramid project, they said this is bullshit.
That are saying that they can see kilometers into the ground with this stuff.
That's not true. I did.
Are you sure?
I did.
Do you understand the technology?
No.
And you heard Zahi Hawass argue that the radar equipment was wrong But then you just heard him admit to Joe Rogan, who has millions of viewers or listeners, that he doesn't, he admits to Joe Rogan that he doesn't actually know anything about the radar tech or the equipment. But it's like arguing that an X-ray is wrong. And then Zawi Hawass and others prevent people from doing further research. He doesn't let people go in there and investigate and take a look into these chambers and tunnels and stuff in and underneath the pyramids. So here's a quick look at the live camera and at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. It's 7:45 p.m. East Coast, 48 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Pretty chilly, but not cold enough to snow or anything like that. And it wanted to go on to a commercial on me, but I was almost quick enough to prevent it. And I wanted to play a little bit more about this Egypt, because what I just played to you was from May, or was it March or May? And then in June, they have this here.
June 2025. It was a scorching day on the Giza Plateau when Professor Corrado Malanga, Filippo Biondi, and their research team once again stunned the world. Their latest radar scans beneath the Pyramid of Khafre had revealed something even more remarkable: a massive hidden complex featuring enormous chambers, intricate tunnel systems, and carefully constructed spiral staircases stretching deep beneath Egypt's sands. These astonishing new discoveries, clearer and more detailed than ever before, immediately reignited controversy and challenged everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt. These new scans didn't simply show vague shapes or questionable signals. They revealed a clearly defined subterranean structure resembling an underground city. Radar imaging displayed huge vertical shafts plunging downward, expansive chambers, carefully aligned corridors, and staircases winding deeper beneath the surface. Most surprising of all was the depth. These structures reached an astonishing 2,100 feet underground, approximately twice as deep as the Eiffel Tower is tall. The radar images clearly revealed symmetry and design, strongly indicating that these structures were intentionally created by human beings. Some of these chambers were enormous, about 80 meters across, the size of an Olympic swimming pool or a large city building. The presence of interconnected tunnels, spiral staircases, and thoughtfully planned layouts reinforced the idea that these weren't natural formations, but rather a carefully built underground complex. When Malanga's team presented their findings, the discovery quickly drew attention worldwide from media, archaeologists, and the public. Many researchers acknowledged that these findings, if confirmed, could significantly change what we currently know about ancient history. One particularly striking detail from the reports was clear evidence of spiral staircases descending deeper underground, which suggests sophisticated construction methods beyond what mainstream Egyptologists typically believe ancient Egyptians were capable of at that time. However, these exciting discoveries quickly led to controversy. Despite the strong radar evidence, some mainstream Egyptologists reacted skeptically. Prominent among these critics, yet again, was Dr. Zahi Hawass, along with several other established archaeologists. They publicly dismissed Malanga's new and improved June 2025 findings as exaggerated, unverified, or simply impossible. They argued that these radar images probably represented natural geological features, or that the data might have been misread or misinterpreted. Yet, the radar results were clear, well documented, and carefully checked multiple times. Malanga's team conducted numerous radar scans, double-checking their results using different types of equipment to ensure accuracy. Their approach was transparent, careful, and scientifically thorough. Still, mainstream Egyptologists quickly tried to minimize or dismiss the discoveries. This raised an important question. Why were these archaeologists so quick to doubt or reject these findings? In detailed statements reported by international media, Malanga clearly explained the significance of his team's discoveries. He emphasized their careful methods and pointed out clearly that these underground structures couldn't realistically be natural formations. As he stated in his report, the data clearly shows large human-made chambers and tunnels deep beneath the pyramids. This is not geology, it's architecture.
And you heard them talking about those winding staircases going under the pyramid around the 8 pillars. Interesting stuff. I love it. And I'm going to find out some more information. Hopefully that I can share with you guys in the final episode of Alternative News, which is going to be a week from today. The show is going to be replaced with a new show in 2026 that's going to be entitled Spiritual Science Today. So, I wanted to wish everybody a great holiday. And with this, a great night, everyone.